wamechoma mali ya wananchi. Supermarket imeporwa. Wameharibu mali ya wananchi. Wameharibu biashara ya wananchi. Na wao ni viongozi, wamechochea hiyo maneno. Wanalipa vijana kwenda choma biashara ya ule. Kwenda choma biashara ya ule. Wale wote ambao wamepatikana katika hiyo njama ya kuiba na kupora mali ya wananchi na kuchoma biashara za watu wengine watachukuliwa hatua ya sheria na wote watafungwa.
Welcome to Home of Politics, ladies and gentlemen. Basing on the instruction and a warning that the president gave out on a serious note on the destruction of property, theft, burning down of courts, police stations, and many other public properties that were under destruction that day, then it seems like everything has been serious, and we don't understand after that what will happen. You heard him giving out the clear instructions saying that these people who have been involved in doing theft, in burning down of police stations, stealing from supermarkets, pickpocketing, if you are taken to court, you'll be jailed, you'll be charged. And this is what is happening right now, because yesterday and even today we have seen these youths who were arrested during the Sabasaba protests. Some of them were not arrested the same day. Investigations have been going on and they have been arrested one by one. They have been arraigned at Kahawa law courts, and we hear the charges that they have been charged with. It's a huge amount of money. Most of the families are unable to raise that fund. Even to bail them out is a problem. Some of the advocates and lawyers are intervening. Some of the politicians are intervening, but the court has been very firm on the charges. And we don't know how it will end, because maybe they are following the strict information or the strict orders that the president gave that day. And so we come to understand this in another way, because we have seen this presidential aspirant, former CJ David Maraga, who is there defending the constitution and justice. He has condemned that issue, telling us that these youths are very young to be given such charges. They should not be charged as terrorists because they don't deserve that. We don't know if it's against the constitution or they have been given what is called justice, but we need to understand what he means. Here's the tip.
Why? Because the churches that have been preferred against these young people tell you the desperation the government is working in. Most of these young people are under the age of 25. 18-year-old young people being charged with terrorism in circumstances which when you consider, you can't see any terrorist act that's going to be proved. What is being done is to just create terror for the young people, create terror for the families, and control. But this is not going to be allowed. This is a terrorist offense. It's a very serious offense, and the reason why they are being charged with terrorism is so that they are denied bond, so that they are traumatized.
At Kahawa law courts, his presence at Kahawa law courts is very significant, and it means he has a calculated, carefully crafted political move. He's not just working just like any other politician, but he understands that his presence or his statement, where these youths who have been arraigned in court are there with their parents, will make a lot of impact on his political race or his political journey. This is because earlier he had announced that he is a Gen Z presidential candidate, which means he must look for anything that will connect him with the youths. Of course, he is doing very well because he is trying to intervene. He has said that the charges that were placed against these youths are very tough. They are young, they should not be oppressed by the government. But before we go further, my good people, what is the position of Maraga? What is his intention when he goes there to defend these youths? And is he positively or negatively doing this intentionally to overturn the the orders that the president gave out? We should understand this very carefully, because when you interpret or you try to understand something in in different perceptions, maybe politically it can be explained with a different meaning. If it is constitutionally, it can be bringing in a different meaning. If it is morally, if it is socially, things change very completely, and it can bring in different meanings. And so, number one, ladies and gentlemen, when we have seen this aspirant of presidential candidate 2027 going to the court, giving out statement and his take about the oppression of youths, the police abuses, and other things that he is criticizing against this government, what is his position? Number one, he is trying to position himself as a leader who cares, who is championing the affairs of the youths. Another thing, he is trying to draw himself closer with the society, with the public, so that they get used of him as early as now, so that he can expose his seriousness on matters that he's going to tackle in future. And so his position matters a lot. Apart from that, Maraga is expressing himself as a leader who has empathy and sympathy at the same time. He is also defending the rule of law and the constitution. That is his position when he is showing himself in presence of the courts, so that he can defend the youths. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, is he trying to overturn the orders of the president? Is he trying to go against what the courts are ruling? Is this right or wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, politically, yes, he is trying to overturn the application or the meaning or the interpretation of the orders of the president. But constitutionally, he is not interfering with anything that the president said or the president is doing. This is because since he is a potential politician, since he is a presidential aspirant, he must play his role very smart, so that he fits in the gaps, or the gaps that the public wants him to fill, not the government. And so he is not overturning the orders of the president. He is not going against the courts, but he is trying to fit politically in what he is going to face in the future. And so saying that this government is placing charges that are punitive, that are very oppressing to these young men and women who are in the custody right now, then we understand that he is trying to challenge the president politically, but constitutionally he has nothing to interfere with the orders of the president. And so there might be a confusion that maybe he is going against it, yet he's the custodian of the laws, justice, and constitution. He is very right. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, is he trying to attract any attention from the public? Of course, yes. He must do this in order for him to be recognized by the public that he is capable to become a leader, to become a president who will champion the affairs of the youth, who will protect the youths instead of oppressing them. My good people, is he trying to make himself known to the people? Very correct. He is trying to make sure that the ground knows him. He's trying to make sure that he can make decision during tough times. And so for Maraga right now, he has a very tough time. He must be seen in the front line in every occasion that is being done in this country right now. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the position of Maraga appearing in the media, in the interviews, arriving there as the first person in the events is very important right now. And so, it means that the president will have more and more leaders to oversight him, because bear in mind that Maraga himself is the custodian of, he understands what is called justice, he understands the constitution, and so the president cannot challenge him in terms of constitution, law, justice, and other things that he has, because he has been in that field of, law for very many years. And so we are here waiting to see when and how he will be challenging the president. In case the president is going wrong, how he will be correcting him. Otherwise, if you support Maraga, tell me how he is doing his work on the ground to make sure that the public accepts him, to make sure that he is familiarized with the public. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate so much. Have a good day.